teams. It's really awesome. We've got Guitars and Hammer going up against Bow and Blasters from Van Thurl, a double Blasters team here in the Crew Battle Invitational, and Miami Dome is going to be the stage for game number 1.
Why does Miami Dome's music bump like this?
because it does. It's awesome. It's one of those things. Man, when Miami Dome first came out, it was like the most exciting thing for us as cast, because it's like, yes, we're going to be on the stage, we get to listen to the music. That Crystal Temple is so fantastic. And now Van Thurl opening it up with the bow. Oh, real patience there. Zacoi lands in with the guitars, trying to get those nairs through. Sidelight hits. Nair comes through, and Zacoi is really starting to get some good damage on the Van Thurl, and Van Thurl's looking for his opening.
These are some neutral-heavy guitars. I like this. He's not really he's not going for the mix really early on. Just kind of playing some nice neutral. Like, okay, come on, Van, throw something out, and I'm coming over there afterwards. I'm going to try to punish, and there it is, going to get.
So what's terrifying about Zacoi, playing against Zacoi, at least in my opinion, is when he's doing that neutral heavy, like hit you with a nair, hit you with a sidelight here, go around. Suddenly, he just runs off stage with a down sig, and he is so good at getting the spiking property of the down sig, which is to say that if he hits you with it off stage, off of a slide charge or a gravity cancel, he'll send you rocketing straight down, and he has gotten this on every player that I've ever seen him fight against. So it's going to be a matter of whether Van Thurl can avoid that. And speaking of a spike, that down sig on Diana, I mean, everybody's gotten bopped by that at least once in ranked, right? That down sig on Blasters or Bow, sit on the other side of the stage, they got you. He is just gone, and now Cosolix is up for to fight against Van Thurl here. What? Gravity canceled neutral sig from Van Thurl puts Cosolix to the right side of the stage, and Cosolix does get a weapon.
This is the kind of stuff I'm talking about, the KO potential. Van Thurl playing really, really good, and that bow is crispy. That gravity cancel down sig a minute ago was so nice, but the recovery from Cosolix is going to tie up the game. Here we go.
All right. Don't be fooled. It's a shark, but it ain't Mako. This is Thatch here coming out for Imllama. So he's got a sword and Blasters going up against Cosolix. First weapon picked up is the sword. Recovery comes through, and Cosolix did a really great job reading the dodge up on Van Thurl to get the recovery knockout, and now he's in a dead even matchup with Llama.
This Thatch skin looks exactly like those old, that old cartoon, the Street Sharks.
I don't actually.
You don't know the Street Sharks?
I know the Street Sharks.
Dog, I'm old.
I'm going to look up the Street Sharks after this, but I want to agree with you.
Oh, it doesn't really matter. But here we go.
Down air hits. Llama with the sword throws it down. Sidelight comes to the right, and now Cosolix with the lance gets the side air. I don't know what that side sig was thinking. Maybe he was thinking he was going to try to fastball with the down air and catch him with it, but Cosolix is the more damage of the two on the field here, but nice shot with the neutral sig. And you got to remember, Llama, I actually didn't check the stats, but Llama plays a 2 defense Thatch.
Really?
Yeah. So like when I saw that neutral sig hit, I was like, oh my goodness, why did you almost die from that? It's because he plays a 2 defense Thatch.
Oh my gosh. Hit it into left field. That was a double for the blue team.
Yeah, and Cosolix does get those 2 stocks in a way. So I want to see, okay, this is what I'm thinking about, right? If there's ever a position where the Teal team gets really far ahead because of whatever Cosolix does, I feel like Snowy has a chance to equalize this just because as a player, I favor Snowy against Lance players in general. Granted, I only ever see him against 2. He has a pretty good matchup with the axe. And Cosolix, nice job, that quick recovery. Gets away from the weapon throw, but Snowy still has complete control over this match so far. Let's see if Cosolix can get some extra damage in.
Oh, man, it's so scary. Lance versus Gauntless is really tough. Once he gets inside of that little box that you're trying to work in, I mean, he's going to take you to the ballet, dude. He's going to dance all over you.
Ooh, but so far Cosolix has managed to barely survive enough that the damage that he's gotten on is respectable. Snowy takes down Cosolix, and now Stingray is here as the anchor to fight up against Snowy, waiting for that weapon spawn to come in.
And then we're going to have that Lance once again, but I'm going to see if we're going to favor the Spear in this matchup, and Spear is in hand. Stingray, nice read. Oh, put some big damage on quite early.
Nice reads at that point. Look at the neutral sig at the end there, and Stingray with the Spear goes for the down sig. Snowy gets a nice punch with the gravity cancel down like, 4 hits. And Stingray just hits it with the side air. Expected the weapon throw, getting the recovery afterwards. Snowy's off the top, and Stingray stops the comeback potential from Snowy as Van Thurl's on the field once again.
Van Thurl was looking great a moment ago, but you know what else looked super great? The coverage from that down sig he just threw out a moment ago right into the recovery. There was nowhere to go.
Yeah, Stingray has Van Thurl on the side of the stage, and Van Thurl is playing on this platform. He started off similarly against Zacoi, really just trying to get his bearings in before he starts putting out some attacks, and Stingray getting hit by that weapon throw is just kind of like, okay, what's going on here? Bow picked up, D-Light neutral sig. How? How, Van Thurl? What the heck? He got 4 hits in that, and it converted into a stock, and they were also separated, but it just took one good neutral sig read, and he gets another spike, that time off the left side of the stage. And Zacoi is up here to fight against Van Thurl again.
That's the power of Diana, right? Like, you can get KO'd at almost any time fighting against this character once you cross the threshold of about orange.
Yeah.
It's like she can get you out of there, and ooh, there's the aggression coming out from Zacoi. Nice. Piecing together some nice strings, double recovery.
And that recovery hits harder than it has in a long time. Qatar's getting that extra bit of force on the recovery, being able to take people off the top a little bit sooner, and that downlight side air coming through. Zacoi almost getting that revenge knock on Van Thurl after that down sig did him dirty in the last stock. Let's see if we can do it. Nair hits from Van Thurl, and Van Thurl's really trying to get some more damage on.
Yeah, that's definitely the
what?
my
No
goodness.
Way.
How many times?
No way, Van Thurl,
Wow.
you're insane. The side sig gets him. Zacoi was in yellow at the start of that. It just takes one neutral sig into a side sig, travels all the way to the edge of Miami Dome, and I mean, those blast zones are close, but okay, Van Thurl, what the heck?
Tried to do it again.
He has not missed a neutral sig. Actually, I think he's missed one, but he's hit the other 4. I had to think about it. Downlight recovery hits, and Van Thurl goes up for the weapon, and oh no, falling Nair. That hits, and Cosolix gets the cider. But I mean, Van Thurl, what is it about the first player, the lowest PR, the lowest seed on these teams, that they're doing the most work? It happened with Zinker and Gabe in the last set, and now Van Thurl coming out here and completely astonishing me with how well he is playing on the Diana. Now Cosolix equalizing things, but Llama with the side sig, he could take the stock super early. Yo, what?
So to speak on the lower PR players doing so well, it's one of those things I was talking about. You don't get to come out and adjust against them, right? So normally they'll meet them in bracket and get 3 straight stocks in one round against them. But now they're just popping in, and you got one chance to get them out of there, and they blindside you with something, and now you're done.
Now that I think about it, it also makes sense why Van Thurl could get away with the same combo on 3 different stocks, because it's 3 different players.
3 different
right?
players.
You're not like it's one thing to look at it, it's another thing to experience it. Now Stingray fighting against Llama, and Llama fighting him off stage, has the sword, side air hits. I was expecting a side stick there. Nair hits, goes for the neutral stick, doesn't pivot it, but he spot dodges the neutral stick from Stingray and gets even more damage here as the blue team is getting ready for a 2-stock lead against Teal in game 1.
Trying their hardest. Stingray has really got to get the stock out of here, but been getting hit by a few sigs from Imllama. Tries it again, but no, sir. The good punish with the Sayer. Stingray doesn't decide to go offside, but that's good coverage with the weapon toss from Imllama to get back up. But now weaponless.
The dive kick worked. Okay, weapon spot comes in. Cider hits. Stingray's out of there. And now Llama has taken out Stingray. And Zacoi's on his last stock, puts up some celebratory cannonballs as he's trying to get Zacoi right off the get-go.
That was such a turnaround, right? Tried to go for the Sayer, dodge straight through you, and hit you right back. But I cannot believe you said this is, I don't know, we're going to have to see. Is this really two defense?
But even if it was 3 defense, Thatch, how the heck did he not? Okay, well.
I don't know, man. We got to see. If that was 2 defense, then that's insane.
That's some survivability. Yeah, the Snowy coming out here. Still 2 stocks to his name, going up against Zacoi. Weapon picked up, Gauntlets versus Qatars, and Zacoi's putting out the sidelights trying to get a combo started. And Snowy just not letting him have it.
Yeah, can't really get rolling right now. Snowy, man, look at this neutral. Neither one of them really want to do anything.
Yeah. Platform off that top there has been working out really well for both Snowy and Van Thurl when it comes to icing out their opponents and then getting into a position where they feel comfortable to get something started. And we saw Snowy there with the down air, gets a hit in, doesn't want to switch over to the axe just yet. Really trying to get Zacoi to go for a risky recovery like he just did there. And now the axe is picked up, siders are starting to hit, and Snowy's getting some extra damage in.
I don't know about this, man. I feel like the Gauntlets were doing okay. It was slow paced, but the Gauntlets were doing fine. Now you're gonna have to deal with this. Oh, you're dealing with this with your axe out. Too early with it, right?
Yeah.
Maybe you hover a little bit longer and stop the startup.
I think he was really hoping that Snowy would dodge to the stage instead of recover above it. But on the bright side, didn't get punished too hard for it. And Zacoi's really got to take the stock here if he wants to have a chance for Team Teal, because Snowy's still up a whole stock over his team.
Yeah, this is hurting, and that axe damage is hurting. If he gets KO'd, we're going to be in that same situation that we saw last game with the previous teams. 2 stocks to 4, that's really, really tough.
There comes through. Snowy dashes up on the top of the stage, and Zacoi gets the down air. Silent goes for the dash. That was almost perfect. It was so close, and if it would have hit Snowy, he would have gone straight down off the bottom of the stage. And on Miami Dome, you can't recover underneath the stage to the other side. You got to try to match a Qatar player in that situation. So really good attempt from Zacoi here, but he gets kicked away, and Snowy's on the verge of taking him down and out of game 1.
Doesn't even come down there with him. Waits for the weapon. Smart choice from Snowy, and lands a recovery quick after grabbing the gauntlets. And here we go. This is that 2-4 lead that I was talking about. Blue team looking nice.
Cosolix now here to take down Snowy and bring it to a 2-3 stock situation. No damage can be taken here from Cosolix if he really wants to have the best shot of winning this game. Side air comes through. Recovery goes wide. Side air hits again. Snowy side airing himself back to the stage, and Cosolix just not putting off any. Well, even though Cosolix is behind here, I would not be surprised to see a dash jump ground pound once from the Lance, just to try to catch Snowy off guard. Cosolix is really good at getting the edge of that move to connect.
It's so fast too, right? Ooh, oh my gosh. I like that. You have a big lead. You're already damaged. Why not go for something like that?
That's
Snowy,
right.
Now, you know, that's a smart play. Oh my
big
goodness.
Lead. It's about to get bigger, Zip. Snowy has gotten about 7 hits in, 8-9 on the axe. Cosolix now ready to get hit by a side air and get sent flying. He tries to go for the double unarmed recovery here on Cosolix, and Cosolix throwing his axe down for just safety at this point. He's like, oh no, what do I do? What do I do? There's no weapon. The down six coming out. Weapon toss goes straight up, and Snowy gets the recovery, takes down Zacoi and Cosolix. It's 4 stocks to 1. Stingray's got to pull out a miracle here for game number 1.
Snowy went over to Cosolix and said, "Put your controller down, buddy. You're not even gonna play."
I mean, Cosolix got really close. He got 3 Lance side airs. They just didn't have enough knockback. And now Snowy, and this is what I was talking about, right? If there was a player on the blue team that was going to shut down both of the Lance players on the team, it's going to be Snowy.
That's exactly what I was talking about.
And Snowy just is coming out here. And he's bringing Stingray into orange here, and he has been at a point where any hit would take him down. Finally, a sider takes him down, and Snowy goes down to his last stock. It wasn't even his last stock, and he was doing that much damage.
And so exactly what I was talking about. Snowy was kind of like the main factor, but Van Thurl was the other one. And you see Stingray is doing what I'm saying, sticking with the spear instead of going with the lance. And we saw what just happened to Cosolix trying to run that lance against the gauntlets of Snowy. It was brutal. Couldn't really get away. I mean, now, could we see something different in the next game? Who knows, right? But I feel like that was the real deal.
Ooh, down air, side air coming out from Van Thurl. Dodge out, dodge back, side light, sider gets hit, and Stingray tries to go for a side light off the side of the Miami Dome platform. And Van Thurl just doing a real good job playing keep away here from Stingray. Stair hits, down light, recovery. Van Thurl really playing well. I mean, I'm having difficulty calling a particular MVP out on anywhere on the blue team there. Van Thurl had the highest amount of knockouts, Snowy the highest amount of damage, but Llama was able to get 2 knockouts quickly in really fast succession. It was such a well-balanced team performance coming out for the blue team there as Teal goes down 0-1. And look at that, downer comes through. I mean, we could just get all the highlights of Van Thurl getting every single neutral sig right here. D-Light neutral sig. Yep, look at that. So great from Van Thurl.
Man,
and he was so behind on damage there on that stock too.
Exactly. So when you say it's hard to choose the MVP, yeah, stat-wise, I get it.
But now we get the
when
Llama
you really
highlight.
look at it, it was Van Thurl. It was Van Thurl.
Yeah. You're right. It was. Look at that D-Light recovery at the end there, too. Getting that 4th knockout. Van Thurl playing fantastic that entire set. So when it comes to Team Teal, Stingray, Cosolix, and Zacoi, they have a lot of different legends that they pick regularly competitively. I think Stingray, as far as a competitive player goes in North America, I'd say would have the widest legend pool in terms of the things that he can pick out depending on the situation. Cosolix regularly switches between Scarlet, Roland, and Macho Man, depending on the matchup and how he's feeling and how Game 1 or Game 2 went. And Zacoi, as we saw earlier, was pictured as Nash for a reason, even though he's got the Sentinel ready to bring it out. So I'm expecting some very dramatic counter picks here, and I am surprised that none of that actually happened. Okay, no, Zacoi did switch over to the Nash.
Switch over to the Nash, yes.
But it's going to be Stingray on the Black Knight and Cosolix on Macho Man. A pretty big matchup order now. They're leading with Cosolix.
Okay.
Zacoi second. And Stingray still on that anchor position.
So I actually liked the Sentinel pick. It was a pace controller, right? Whenever that Sentinel came out, the game slowed back down and it stopped some momentum.
Yeah.
I don't know if the Nash is going to do the same, but the Nash is going to be able to KO. You know what I'm saying? So it could be a good change of pace. I was looking for a swap to maybe Scarlet for Cosolix, but we'll see the Macho Man once again.
Yeah, and the matchup difference could be a big deal here, right? Literally putting in a non-Lance player in between both the Lance players, right? So you don't have that issue where if you get them back-to-back and Snowy ends up being on a healthy stock, oh no, we have a really tough matchup going on. At least Zacoi can get in there, break it up, and make the matchup a little bit different as we're going into game number 2.
Going into game number 2, and let's get it started. Cosolix going to be on front dealing with Van Thurl. Now we're going to see if he decides to play the axe. If Van Thurl gets the bow early, are you going to play that the Lance against it?
Well, Lance is picked up first, and Cosolix is the first player in Brawlhalla competitive history that I remember that really popularized weapon priming, in the sense that he just made sure that, like, when he did pick up a weapon, it would, sure, if it starved the enemy, that works. But first and foremost, let's make sure that the next weapon that I do pick up is a Lance. And he'll even go as far, oh man, I'll worry about that later, as Van Thurl's getting the neutral six once again. What the heck? Okay, can he make it back? Van Thurl doing so well here, gets hit with a sider. Cosolix tries to dash in with the downlight, and Van Thurl gets up with the side light, tries to go for the downlight into neutral six once again, but no, Cosolix punished. Weapon throw comes out, and Van Thurl getting hit by the sider into the neutral sig as Cosolix is trying to take a lead for the Teal team in game 2. Oh, whoa, okay, uh-oh.
Oh no, just fished around, stayed with them, and slide button goes too low. The pop-up was too high, not able to get the ground pound after the GC downlight. Yeah,
it was one of those moments where you really just had to realize, okay, where it hit, I have to go for the recovery afterwards. Van Thurl, however, not out after dropping that edge guard, and Cosolix gets him hit with a weapon throw, but he's still waiting for that next weapon spawn to come in. There's the axe. Lance is lined up next. Neutral light puts him off the side of the stage, and Cosolix tries to go for the recovery. The neutral light hits him off the top, and Van Thurl once again takes the lead for the blue team.
And it hit kind of from the back of her, right?
That
hitbox was really nice.
I was looking at the trajectory of that knockback, and I was like, I don't think bow neutral light's supposed to send you that far upwards, but that's just how far back into the attack that he got hit by.
But yeah, as you saw in that matchup, yeah, Cosolix played really well because he is Cosolix, right? His Lance is better than any other Lance. But I mean,
we got
no! And bonks his head on the bottom of the stage, Van Thurl. But
Zacoi still got credit for that, so he hit him at one point, right?
Yeah. But as I was saying, Van Thurl had Cosolix in 2 KO situations 2 times, right? So it could have been a bad story, but I see what Cosolix is doing. He said, "I am me, and I'm going to do what I do."
Imllama been really focusing on the sword here in these matchups. We're going to be seeing Imllama against Zacoi and fresh stocks at the moment, and he dodges out of the way of that neutral light, but so far Zacoi on the Nash looking pretty confident. Will he switch over to the hammer here? No, he's just playing on that platform and having some fantastic movement. Imllama tries to get him with the D-Light Cider, and he succeeds. Another D-Light Cider, he got another recovery too. Side sig, or, okay, just a down air. That was so, in those moments, I definitely get a little overzealous. I want to see some of those crazy signature edge guards. That was so smart from Imllama, just being like, wait, this is a huge opportunity. I stuffed the recovery right out of the way. That means that he's gone, he's down a jump. Just wait for the down air. He has to drift to the stage, and Imllama takes the lead.
So I was worried about that down air attempt, because if we saw a neutral light with that spear, he could have just chase dodged up and survived, you know what I mean?
Imllama just getting knocked around by side airs from Stingray. Nice side light and the neutral light comes through. Imllama could put out a down sig here, and that might catch Stingray. If Stingray favors, okay, side sig's not what I was expecting, but it's same result. Catches him going back onto the stage to reset his jumps, and Imllama with the blasters could get, all right, D-Light recovery couldn't do it, but it would do a lot of damage. Wait, this
has been some really good coverage from Imllama.
What? Ooh, what a dash jump dodge! Imllama, I don't know if that was the hardest read in history, but like that was so sick, being able to avoid that attack from Stingray, which would have been certain doom for this stock, and continue tacking on the damages. Imllama gonna get another stock here. A side stick would do it.
All right, weapon toss good. Oh, use the recovery, but doesn't decide to attempt the punish. Imllama just trying to play it safe, has the guns back in hand, and no recovery. I thought it was gonna come after that dodge, but still, there's a Sayer. Here we go.
Cannonball forces the dodge. Imllama gets the cider. Stingray sweating. He has to make it back here, and Imllama gets the neutral light as he kicks his way back to the stage, and Stingray cleverly tried to gravity cancel side light to get like that extra bit of distance to touch the platform. Didn't work out as Imllama has covered that, and Imllama's been really good at capitalizing on his opponents not having all of their recovery options and getting stocks off of that, and he goes down, but guess what? Snowy's coming in on his first stock while everybody on the Teal team has 2.
Man, big time lead. I'm telling you, Van Thurl and Imllama, setting it up easy for Snowy, and now it's tough, man, because Snowy had a really, really good game last time. You can't let him have another big game if you're down like this.
Yeah, I guess the one thing working kind of in Teal team's advantage is that if Cosolix does go down to Snowy, I think that Zacoi will have a pretty okay time finishing off the stock, depending on how much Cosolix does. But I mean, it is Snowy. This is a tough matchup for anybody in Brawlhalla at the moment, right? It'd be our #1 for a reason. And down air comes through, falling nair as well. 2 nairs, Snowy really tacking the damage on to Cosolix here.
All right, now I just want to see what Cosolix is going to do, because they're kind of dancing around each other and Cosolix isn't throwing out anything, and Snowy's kind of the one picking around and throwing out these buttons. Here we go. Cosolix finally started. And what's the option? Nice. Okay, so this is what I want to see. He's throwing some buttons now. You can't be kind of just dancing around and not really attacking Snowy, because Snowy's going to find those hits, just like he's doing right now. Another neutral light. Sayer from Cosolix. Weapon dodge.
Ooh, nice job. Oh,
nice!
What? Using the platform to get up there for the D-Light ground pound. Cosolix has to fully charge the recovery, and that just leads him straight into Snowy's down light ground pound once again. Snowy taking Cosolix down to 1 stock, and Zacoi up here to try and stop Snowy from snowballing this victory. I think this is such a great lead for the blue team.
Definitely. Snowy, that's what I was saying, man. You're already down. You're letting Snowy have a big game.
Yeah.
This might turn into one of the biggest leads we've seen yet over the weekend.
It is all up to Zacoi to stop this, because if Snowy is able to get through this stock and not be in red, I fear that he'll be able to take Stingray down as well. Snowy's just looking unstoppable. Holds the ground pound all the way, gets the landing hitbox, gets a little bit of that splash hitbox at the end of the move to catch Zacoi off guard, but Zacoi gets the pogo. Ground pound hits as well. That's some great spear edge guarding. He has to use the cider to get back to the stage. Dodge straight up. The cider hits Zacoi. Oh no!
Wow. I cannot believe Snowy made that back. I guess it's not that surprising, but in that moment, I thought it was going to work. And now Snowy working on trying to get the KO. Recovery from Zacoi, not going to work. Snowy, oh my gosh.
Snowy's crazy. Okay. That had to have been a misinput. But it looked funny as heck. He uses the gravity cancel side stick coming through here. What? He dodges! Okay, all right, Snowy. You're very good.
Man.
That was, what a stock.
Dodge into the punish was amazing.
All right, so this has now kind of changed to the tune of, can Teal team take a stock from Snowy? Okay, yes, they can. Stingray gets it. Snowy goes down to a 2nd stock. Stingray here as anchor could really, this is where Stingray can make up all of the damage that was done. He took out Snowy without taking too much damage. And looking at the numbers, right, if we're looking at this purely mathematically, Stingray is sitting in a position here where he should be able to comfortably, or he could be able to comfortably, cut through Thurl and Imllama. But so far, Thurl has just been looking untouchable. Like, literally, the way that he's been playing, it's just so hard for his opponents to hit him.
Exactly, and Thurl is always finding the hits, been able to put together nice little combinations, stringing together SIGs that are KOing very, very fast. So that's one of the scarier things for Stingray. You know he's playing Diana, and you know he's been playing prolific today. So it's like, dang, I want to throw buttons, but if I get punished, that could be my stock early on. You're already in that yellow range.
Yeah. Stingray getting hit by the neutral lights. And I mean, it's like and because of that, he just left the yellow into orange. But it's not so bad yet. A few more Blaster Stairs, it'll start to hurt. I keep getting surprised by how great Blaster Cider is at knocking people out now. But the D-Light recovery comes through, and Thurl, if he gets hit by one more of those, he's out. Stingray, side light. Oh, he went for the D-Light afterwards. He tries it again. Thurl dodging diagonally in. If Stingray really wants to get the read on Thurl, he might go for the down, but guess what? Thurl, the D-Light recovery, stops Stingray from having that comeback potential, and it's 6 stocks to 3 in game number 2.
The combos from Thurl, man. Are we seeing another MVP performance? Well, maybe in game 2, Snowy came in here and turned up. But Thurl is setting the tone for the blue team.
That is absolutely correct. They have such a confident lead here in the crew battles, and Cosolix going in at the start here just has not been able to deal with Thurl in the way that they were hoping. Axe picked up, weapon throw gets dodged out of the way, and oh no, Nair catches Cosolix out of his recovery as Thurl starts to tack on some more damage. Wow, that side light sent Thurl flying.
All right, down 3 stocks. Cosolix needs to put the team on his back, but getting picked up by a nice little combination from Thurl. Finally, the Sarah with the lance is going to KO. Is this a priming of the weapon or a weapon swap? Gonna stick with the lance. What am I talking about? It's Cosolix.
Yeah, weapon comes in. Sword picked up for Imllama. Tries to go for the downlight, and Cosolix getting some good hits in on Imllama. Llama's waiting for, okay, he tried to go for a dodge read, and Cosolix just runs right through him with that. Several side airs coming through, but Cosolix has to be careful. No. Gets the hit. Nice timing on the dodge, too. He reacts to the start of the move. Llama holds the charge a little bit, and he dodges so that he can avoid both slashes and get a hit afterwards. But Llama still getting some good damage, and regardless, no way. That was such a sick punish.
Definitely.
Gravity cancel neutral light to catch the Lance side air as it drifts down slightly after the whiff. So good.
So nice. Oh, I thought a Sarah was going to come there. They couldn't have been the KO. Doesn't matter because the side sig is still going to get the job done.
Now I know why Cosolix does that. The last slash of the side sig
reaches the plat.
Not quite, but as Llama was like trying to fall off the platform for a punish, he got hit by the upswing in a surprising angle. And there, Cosolix goes down to Snowy, and Snowy's like, all right, it's my second stock. Last time this happened, 3 of you guys went down. What's going to happen this time? There's only 2 left.
Yeah, that's a tough deal. Zacoi in the building, gonna have to, wow, got snatched out of the end of the recovery. Now you're getting pieced by the gauntlets. Such a scary weapon. The side sig lands.
Side sig hits. He tries to get the pummel. Snowy stopping him from all weapons. Okay, hammer picked up for Zacoi. He gets one good nair in. Gets kicked away, though. Down sig picked up. Nice punish from Zacoi. Sidelight barely hits. Side air comes through. Zacoi tries to get the stomp, and the scoop comes through. Okay, when Zacoi picked up the hammer, he really started putting the damage onto Snowy.
Yeah, it's looking much better. Nice air. Dodge the weapon. No weapon in hand for Snowy, but Snowy says, I don't care. Hold this, and now I have an axe. Moving around, let's see. Oh, nice dodge on the stomp. Zacoi almost had a big opportunity. Oh my gosh. And Snowy says all opportunities are mine. The neutral light into the weapon toss. Snipage. Got him out of there.
It's all on Stingray now for Team Teal to hold on to that winner side run. If they go down here, Team Blue gets that 2-0 lead, and Snowy popping off unarmed right now against Stingray. Lance picked up, gets them there, picks up. No, okay. He finally picks it up. Gets the axe. Oh, right. I'm surprised that down air hit him in that direction. Nice punish from Stingray.
And that's going to be the stock, yeah.
Ooh, wait, that side sig goes far. What the heck? I was like, because you could kind of charge a signature off of a gravity cancel, like midway.
Yeah.
I'm still surprised he traveled that far, but no, Snowy goes down. Not out, though. Stingray has 3 more stocks to get through, and Van Thurl's already hitting Stingray with 2 sidelights. Oh, that's it.
And there it is. Hasn't missed that conversion one time. Van Thurl, my goodness. Wasn't sleep on Van Thurl, but man, Van Thurl is putting it down and surprising me.
Dude, Team Blue, incredibly well-rounded and completely shattering my expectations for Team Teal. I mean, it's just a shame that they go into it. And we were talking about that every time we've watched the matchup here. We're like, oh yeah, Team Red, world champion. Oh yeah, Team Blue, PR #1. Oh man, North America, this region's stacked.
Yes.
What the heck? I can't believe it, man. Team Blue getting that 2-0 over Team Teal and moving on in the winner side of the Crew Battle Invitational, meaning that Teal is down, not out, in the lower side of the bracket, likely to be seen on twitch.tv/ProBrawlhalla as we're getting throughout the tournament, because we've just got plenty of matches that we got to stream and just not enough time to do it all on one.
Yeah, definitely going to have to spread that out. Make sure to watch it on both.
That's right. So now, moving forward into the bracket, what teams are we going to be seeing next?